Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Boy, it feels good in here. I think it's just more like daylight coming in, even though it's a little overcast. It just feels nice, and I look even more pale. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't look in the monitor. Let me cover up the 55-inch monitor. That's all right. No, I'm kidding. I do like it, though. It's like, feels good. It's Friday. It probably feels good because a year ago today, it was 33 below zero. Do you remember that? Maybe you've blocked it out of your memory because it was so awful. We never had colds that low. I remember wondering if my car was going to start, which was in my garage at my old house, and it did. And then I just remember walking across the parking lot here at the store, and you know, because when they tell you how cold it is, it's kind of like when it gets that hot and humid, and they're almost like, don't leave your house. And then you just kind of want to step outside, and you're like, oh, it's not that bad. That's kind of how I am. So I just remember walking across the lot when it was 33 below zero, and I was just kind of like, yeah, it hurts when I breathe, but, you know, it was a 90-second walk, if that. I mean, it wasn't terrible. So what I'm getting at is today we're in way better shape because it's not 33 below zero, and it is Friday. It's the last day of January, just like that. Can you believe it? So a couple of things to mention and to dispel any of the flack that I've gotten on Facebook. Yes, we do have, delicious treats that support the San Francisco 49ers ahead of the big game on Sunday. Not a lot of people, 2 people on Facebook trying to give me guff. Listen, Hy-Vee as a company is a corporate sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs. We have a book of stuff we can make that's like licensed and okay. And but we also understand that there are people that are transplants to Muscatine that are from California that like the 49ers, even though I feel like they've won enough Super Bowls. They don't need any more. We'll see what happens this Sunday, and I'll give you more details on just who this cookie belongs to in a moment. Here's a hint. It's our first guest. I want to say a couple of things. Speaking of the big game, it is this Sunday. We're going to have some deals here inside the Market Grill Express, so looking forward. Now, see, I'm wearing a red shirt. People are going to say, like, are you picking a side? Both teams have red in it. I'm sitting here thinking, like, both teams have red in their colors. No, I'm not picking a side, darn it. I am picking the side of, like, chicken wings, though. I'm going to do that. So if you want to watch the game and have the cheapest beer in Muscatine, period, that's going to be right here this Super Sunday in the Market Grill Express with 50-cent drafts, $2 wells, maybe a take Monday off. We have our store inventory on Monday, so I'll be here, which is fine. 4 till 9, buffet available, appetizer buffet, $9.99 a person. A whole bunch of good eats on there, and then 50-cent drafts as you watch the Chiefs take on the 49ers. I'll just quickly mention, I'll get through the rest really quick. So we've got some Friday food court deals. If you don't want to cook today, you don't have to. Maybe you just want to pick up a rack of ribs. They're $9.99. That's an awesome deal, whether it's sauced or just dry rubbed, ready to go here at the store. Those food court now listen, this is the last day of the month, so we're going to adjust the food court specials slightly for February. Couple tweaks. So get in here while those are still the deals for today, at least for Friday, the last day of the month. $9.99, full rack of ribs, $1 slices of pizza. And what else do we have on there? How about 50-cent drafts tonight? So maybe you want to kick the weekend off with $1 pizza and 50-cent drafts. That's fine. I mean, you could have 2 pieces of pizza and 2 beers and be under $5. That's pretty fantastic. We've also got 2 fully dressed stormtroopers in the store tomorrow with the Star Wars event. This group is all volunteer basis. They're like licensed through Lucasfilms, so I don't feel bad saying Star Wars, even though Disney owns that now. Disney owns everything. Disney, if you want to buy me, I'm available. Let the record state. 2 fully dressed stormtroopers, 10 till noon. Stop in, have breakfast, have lunch, grab a picture, take a selfie, bring the kids. And we hope to see you tomorrow. It's so weird to see February 1st, but there it is. And then last but not least, a local 2-day ad that is located on the back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper. Flip it around and look at this. We've got good deals today and tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. And that includes things like Deluso rare roast beef. Forgot the word beef in that, Tony. I know. It's rare roast. What is the meat? I don't know. Can you guess? It's beef. Forgot the beef. Where's the beef? It's not on that ad. So other good deals, again, those are just good Friday, Saturday, everything that you can see there. And then at the bottom, started from the bottom, now we here. The bottom is all good through Sunday. If you need to stock up, replenish the bar ahead of the big game, Everything on there is good to go. And then that Fuel Saver coupon, 15 cents off a gallon. That's good through February 4th. And I think we're going to be handing those out today just as people are checking out. So that's awesome. So say you have, like, I have 20 cents on my Fuel Saver now. If I use that, I'd get a total savings of 35 cents off per gallon. All right, so the 49ers cookie it's not mine. It is purchased, but it was bought by our first guest, Megan Francis, who is here representing two different organizations today, Sunnybrook at Muscatine and the Walk to End Alzheimer's, which will be coming back in 2020. It's great to see you. So the 49ers, yes. Where in California are you from?
I'm right there, San Francisco Bay Area.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Palo Alto is where I grew up. So
like you grew up in Palo Alto, where they're like inventing tech, like right there.
Yeah,
that was home up until how long ago?
Mountain View, where Google
gosh.
and
That's
Yahoo,
cool.
and it's all right there.
And it never snows.
No,
right?
no, not there.
What are you doing here, Megan? You go back to Palo. I'm sure it's so cheap to live there now,
Right.
too, right?
Right. I'm wishing I still had everything I had out there.
So you're a 49ers fan.
We are.
But you said just before we started that you were in California recently, and you had some family members that are.
Yeah. We got together for our Christmas in January.
Mm-hmm.
So we head out in January and get together a big group. We had about 30 people.
Wow.
And my father's from Kansas, so
Oh boy.
got a little bit of Midwest in. So his sister, her family were part of that as well, and they are all Chiefs fans. So last week's football was just a lot of fun for our whole party.
This Sunday.
Yeah, and then this Sunday is...
It's bad. Yeah, I was going to say it's very bad. Nobody's going to talk to each other.
2 years ago, it was the Royals and the Giants in the World Series. This year, we're doing the Chiefs and the Niners.
Look at that Palo Alto football uniform right there, right?
Yeah, it's my Facebook.
That's fantastic. Palo Alto, it's just such a cool experience, right? Like totally different.
It is totally different.
From the Midwest.
But, you know, when we talked about raising a family, my husband's from here, when we talked about raising a family, it's so busy out there now and built up, and so kids still walk to work or walk to school and ride bikes around, and I mean that was really what we were looking for.
So both of our significant others, they brought us to town, basically.
Yeah.
We have that in common.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about, and I was looking through our emails, and you had said initially maybe there was going to be a music.
Okay.
So there's a follow up to the video, the Get Up video that the folks at Sunnybrook did with the police department.
Yeah.
Is this next video still in?
It's still in the works.
Okay.
Because of my travel, a few things fell off kilter, and my it's
okay.
So it's coming.
I don't want any more details because that first video that Sunnybrook did with the police department, the Get Up Challenge, I mean, was it over 25,000 views on Facebook? It was crazy. So you can find that and you can check that out. I guess, so that's fine. Come back when that's ready for sure. How are things going? Because we're going to talk about the Walk to End Alzheimer's for sure, but how are things going at Sunnybrook?
Really good. Yeah. Things are busy. Holidays, I mean, we were busy every week with family parties and dinners and tree lighting and Christmas parties. There's our video. I love watching it.
26,000 views is amazing.
So what I love is the people that said, no, I'm not going to be a part of this. And then they were.
Right.
And they were all such good sports.
Oh, it's so awesome.
But yeah, we've just been really, really busy.
Good.
And we love the foot traffic that we get. So even when it is kind of an icky day out and you don't want to go out, to be able to get everything you need and be in a safe environment, and then people come in and visit. I actually worked the weekend of kind of that bad ice storm.
Yeah.
And really, I sat back a few times and just looked at the things that were going on. And, you know, our long hauls, we had residents walking up and down, saying hi to neighbors, going on a walk around the neighborhood, baking club, and still restaurant-style dining without having to go out and risk yourself in that ice. So to be able to still have all that, and then if there were any sort of emergency or anything, to have caregivers right there for you. So
they're totally covered, and then just on the heels of Eagles and Ivory, with some great live music at Sunnybrook.
Fantastic.
It's so cool, right? To have these talented musicians And I don't know how that started, and I know it's been going on for several years because when I was at the radio station early, it might have been the first year I was there, I was like, we're broadcasting from a place called Sunnybrook, and there's somebody playing there. Like, I had I was in the studio, I didn't know what was going on, but the music was delightful. So that seems like it's been going on for 10 years,
because for 4 years, my first year, I remember them coming in kind of the week before, and there had been some changes, and so no one really knew they were coming, and I was like, oh, yay. So, and then to learn just how amazing it was. I mean, weeks before everyone's talking. And
that's super cool.
So when that was another one, it was kind of an icky day, but still have a fun audience. And
and I feel
we did have a contingency come out to watch.
Good, and that's what's so nice is you have, for the folks that are calling Sunnybrook home, there's so much that comes to them. And then in the same breath, like that Sunnybrook mobile is always traversing eastern Iowa. I can't even say Muscatine County because it's going further than that. And what I was going to get to is, you're sitting here on a day where a year ago it was 33 below zero. It's probably a little bit of a different day at Sunnybrook. And then today it's not. It's going to be 48 on Sunday. We're like 21 inches of snow behind where we normally are. And I bet everybody's moods are maybe lifted a little because of this mild winter.
Good. It has been nice. We've been still continued with trips and able to get out a little bit more, so it's helped.
All right, Walk to End Alzheimer's was here in Muscatine. It was gone for a couple of years. Came back last year. Very successful.
It was very successful.
Good turnout. And you're here to say that ready to roll for 2020, right?
2020 is set. August 15th.
Awesome.
It's a Saturday. It'll be early. So what I love too about last year's walk and about the time that we've put in is this is really a morning, come out, get some coffee, support each other. Kind of that support and camaraderie was amazing. Get a good walk in and then head to breakfast.
Absolutely.
It's kind of that Bix timing feel where you kind of make that morning of it and then you've still got a whole day.
I like that a lot.
So it is very early with check-in and everything, but if you're registered and have donations, we also do a check-in a week before, so you can really just walk up, enjoy what's there, and get out and walk.
And it's all about, everybody, maybe not everybody, but certainly a lot of us have connection with someone that's battled Alzheimer's, and it impacts a lot of people locally. It's obviously it's about raising money to help find that cure, but that camaraderie and those friendships when you're around people that have a shared experience, that's also such a crucial part of it. So if you missed it last year, this is like save the date.
Save the date.
We're here on the last day of January telling you that August 15th is the walk. So you have plenty of time to form a team, to recognize someone in your life, or if you're currently, and I think that's just it, right, for people that are currently managing this care for someone that has Alzheimer's, it can be difficult, and they do feel like they're alone. But you're here to tell them, you know firsthand that they're not because you're so involved with this.
And it's the money also goes to local classes and and support. There's a 24/7 hotline, so that moment. And it is a little bit, I mean, all I can really relate to, the 24/7 caregiver is kind of like an infant. Those moments where it's like, what do I do? And I'm the only person here, and I'm in charge of caring for this person, and I don't know how to connect. That's when you can pick up that phone and you can find support right there.
That's crucial.
So getting out that information and also being able to continue those services, and then making sure that those who need it have that resource right there and know that it's available and for them.
So what do you need, Megan? I mean, obviously if it's a committee or a board that's involved with this, is it just about people like, hey, it's August 15th, get a team together? Are you looking for like corporate sponsors, individual?
We want it all. We're starting at the beginning.
All right.
We have some fantastic members who have returned from the committee last year.
Good.
So we've got a good core to our committee. We can take some more committee members.
Okay.
So, looking for people who are looking for something to get involved in, or feel like sometimes that hopeless, what can I do?
Sure.
I don't have a lot of money, or I can't. give my resources to this, but you can give a little bit of that time. And we have positions where you're just doing phone calls, so you can do it if you're, need to be in the home, to handing out mailers, to getting sponsorships. So every level that anybody wants to get involved, we would love them to. So there are still some positions on the committee available.
Good.
And then obviously our big push is we had 33 teams and 126 walkers last year.
Good.
Which is fantastic for a first year.
Yeah.
But our goal this year is 200 walkers at least. My goal is to double the walkers from last year. Why not? Everybody brings a friend.
Right.
Everybody brings one person with them, and we double it. So, registration's open at
I like that.
alz.org/walk//
It's one of the slashes.
Yeah, it's
We've been shown it. It's a slash. It's a
walk.
thing on the. You get on your phone. There it is. It's easy.
There you go.
Create a team.
Find a walk. Yep. Find a walk in your area. Create a team. So we do have 3 teams already.
Good.
We've already raised $50.
Excellent.
So we are on our way. And our goal this year, we raised $18,000 last year.
Holy smokes! I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, it was a little bit of a crunch time.
Good job, everybody.
We kind of put a year planning into 6 months.
I was gonna say.
So $18,000 was fantastic.
I imagine that the Walk to End ALZ organizers, the folks, were super happy. With that.
Yeah.
And like you just said, 6 months to get all that accomplished is a big darn deal. So again, if you're watching, that's August 15th. Definitely want you to save the date. It's a lot of work, and certainly talking about it now makes sense because it'll come up on us like that, as things do. So please, if you want to get connected, I encourage you to do so. What about, I guess, if there's, I understand if maybe somebody's in the midst of care and they couldn't make it to the event, but boy, they wanted to share their story, or because I know there had been a couple of different opportunities, like support groups. You mentioned this phone number is a resource.
Yep.
But I hope that if somebody's watching and if they do feel that burden, and it's okay to describe it like that, that they just understand that there's all these opportunities in town. Right? Because I think that can be it. Like if they know that there's a number to call or a group to meet with, or folks to just, I don't know, have that shared experience with, even if it is over the phone or in a brief meeting, it'll help them immensely.
And we do have a Muscatine Walk to End Alzheimer's Facebook page. So following that as well, not only does it have information about our walk, but it has just other classes that are going on, tips on how to communicate, just different information as well. So it's a great resource for everything. Obviously, alz.org is a good hub and can just lead you out to a ton of both reading resources, information, but then also those to get in contact with. So I suggest everybody go on to that Muscatine Walk to End Alzheimer's, like it, share it, keep up with it.
Absolutely.
The other fun thing about registering now is there are a lot of great incentives that go along. So each month, I was trying to find out what tomorrow, February will bring, and they wouldn't let me know. But for anybody who had registered in January, in a certain amount of time, they were entered to win a Fitbit.
Nice.
And Kayla Beneful from Lutheran Living, she won it.
She did.
I was so mad. I had to buy my own.
Fitbit. That's cool.
But yeah, she won a Fitbit for registering.
That's fantastic.
And starting to get the word out there. And every month they've got different incentives. So register now.
Yeah.
Take the time. You can fundraise then.
Maybe you'll get tickets to the Super Bowl.
I'm hoping tomorrow.
By tomorrow. I don't know what the incentive is. That was a joke.
I hope I'm leaving town tomorrow.
Going to Miami. No, but that's important. So check out the website tomorrow when it rolls over, or jump on the Facebook page. I'm sure that information will be out there.
It will be on there tomorrow.
I guess in the last minute or so, I just wanted to comment. I feel like I saw my neighbor and friend and hopefully future Muscatine County Sheriff Quinn Reese just did some Wii bowling. So Wii bowling continues.
Wii bowling continues.
To be a thing at Sunnybrook.
Yeah.
Wii bowling, I love it. Yeah.
We were just talking about it the other day. It continues.
Good.
He was actually, so you and Jason were our first competitors.
Yes.
Ever. And then we went through Hy-Vee because of Dickie's connection, and then law enforcement to kind of get it rolling. And him and Ardith were, I think, like our second or third.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that.
And he has not been back since, and came back. I'm sure he wishes we could say he won.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the picture, and it was like, maybe I did better. You never want to rub it in law enforcement's face if you're better at Wii bowling than they are, but maybe I was better at Wii bowling than Quinn Reese was. I don't know.
So Dickie told him not to bring handcuffs. I didn't get a picture, but Quinn may have been trying to handicap Dickie with the handcuffs.
Oh, I love
That's
it.
how that started.
Because they're so good. And I guess for Jason Miller and I mean, would February be the third year? April. I'm always
it's
early.
Right around tax time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so that'll remind you
but
now.
this April would be the third anniversary for the Wii. That is wild.
Yeah.
3 years of Wii bowling.
So with that one, if there are anybody want to come out and challenge,
yeah, please. If you're
give
in
me a call.
Local business,
I've got
organization,
a few lined up, but we're always looking for challengers,
especially
and fun,
folks that haven't done it, like first timers.
Yeah.
I don't know if Matt Schweitzer's rolled.
Matt Schweitzer is not been out.
I figured he hadn't since he's only been here since July or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe I just drop Jason Miller like a bad habit, even though he's usually the better bowler than I am, in favor for Matt.
There you go.
I don't know if I can break up this partnership.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole thing, but it is a lot of fun, and I'm glad that you're continuing to do it. I guess real quick, Sunnybrook openings, opportunities, folks that want to learn more. They're taking care of that loved one, but they might need extra help, or they just want to come and take a tour. Where are things at as we're sitting here today?
Yep. Things happen quickly.
Sure.
So this conversation yesterday would have been a little bit different, but that's how quickly things happen.
Okay.
I do currently have one opening, and possibly we'll have one coming up.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're starting to see winter. We're starting to see some of that snow and ice. It can be an isolating time. Great to come out and look for the camaraderie.
Sure.
But even if winter next year, spring or fall is a better time to move, come talk to us now. Some people come in with plans. We want to make a move in March and nothing's available. So, we went about 6 or 7 months without an opening that someone was not already in line for.
Wow.
So if you had come with a need at that point, it's hard. So I recommend coming out for lunch a few times, watching, coming for a party, coming for Eagles and Ivories, those kinds of things. Get a feel for it and make sure it's the right place, and then get on that list. So
it's definitely a good feel, and the pictures with no snow on the ground just look so much better, don't they? And the sun and everything. Well, thanks for being here.
I wish we could just preserve it that
I know,
way and
right?
just be like
put
we're
a
the
dome
ones
over
with
it.
no snow.
Oh, it'll be here soon. Thanks for being here. The Walk to End Alzheimer's again, August 15th here in Muscatine. More details on that to come.
Yeah.
And good luck to your team, I guess. I will pass
Thanks.
this back to you.
My son was I was really impressed that it actually said 49ers.
Yeah.
Because they really do have the same colors.
I know.
So just getting like the brownies that are red are not
enough. Oh my gosh. All right, Joe Montana, take it easy over here.
George Kittle.
Yeah, George Kittle's great.
Come on.
Listen, I'm going for the Midwest team. Even though I'm a Bears fan, Chicago suburban native.
It's okay.
Not as ignorant of a Bears fan as I used to be. I can say, like, go Chiefs. I would never cheer for the Packers because that's just gross. But go Chiefs. And listen, maybe it'll end in a tie. I don't know. Can't really end in a tie. I'm trying to be down the middle as possible. But thanks for being on the show. Good luck to your team. George Kittle's a stud, though. He is, and he's from Iowa. All right, let's go to the CVI Bank and Trust Isle Cam. We're going to talk to our pal Rob with Exile Brewing Company, who is in the house, and he brought some stuff that I can't drink on the show, and that's okay. I like this shot, by the way. So this, the aisle camera from CBI Bank and Trust is literally like attached to Sherry's register. So thank goodness we don't have to look at Sherry all day, because the ratings would just be through the roof, and we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. But it is right at Register 11, and it's overlooking, hello, Mayor. It's overlooking Floral and Starbucks and just a good-looking big game display of stuff right when you walk into the store. So that is all good. Oh, speaking of all good, yes, good placement there. Our buddy Rob with Exile Brewing Company, get set into position. We've also got a couple of things we'll tell you today, being that last day of January 31st, National Hot Chocolate Day. So have some hot chocolate, won't you? It's National Backward Day. It's Big Wig Day. Big Wig Day. And Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. That is a whole thing. So whether it is some hot chocolate or inspiring your heart with art. Now this is going to inspire your heart with art, right? So a couple of things on the set, but I want to show you this. A local artist, Chris Anderson, who is sitting to my left, was telling me the other day that he can do like caricatures, which I think is super cool. I've never had a caricature done. And this is a caricature that he did of Hy-Vee store director Matt Schweitzer. So check this out. Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. It's very appropriate. I am pro and Big Wig Day. So you did the big wig first. The big man. I don't know if he would like to be, I don't know if he'd like to be known as the big wig, but I'm in favor for it. So that's Matt, the big wig. I see where the CA insignia is. That's nice. It almost looks like part of the jacket, right? There, look at that. That's pretty slick. I like that right there. So there's Matt, and it's Inspire Your Heart with Art Day, right there. Look at that. Pretty cool. Yeah, I have no artistic abilities other than talking, so that's what I've got going for me. That's super cool. My grandpa could draw and paint really well, and I did not get any of that. What I am good at, though, is drinking good beer made in Iowa. See, how about that for a segue? Rob Krish is back on the show, Exile Brewing Company, Eastern Iowa Market Manager. It's so good to see you.
Great.
I love that you're here. Oh, my pleasure. You're here on Friday. Sunday is the big game.
Yep.
So careful about how I say it, even though Hy-Vee's a sponsor of the team from Kansas City. I think I can say that.
Super Sports Ball Weekend.
Yes! Yeah. Happy Super Sports Ball Weekend to you. You know I love Exile. I saw Rob before we started. And I guess I want to start with this, that right over here, this Lotus Queen. So I want to just share that my wife is not typically an IPA drinker. She just kind of will like run the gamut. She'll try different things. We got the beer fridge in the garage.
Sure.
Kayleen at Wine and Spirits totally sold me on the Lotus Queen, which is... Can you give us like the background info on it, and then I'll tell everybody how my wife drank 5 out of the 6 beers.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lotus Queen is part of our Hop Chronicles series, which we release a new Hop Chronicles once every quarter. And so this one is a beer brewed with Lotus and Mosaic hops, I believe.
It's super...
Citra, I'm sorry.
Like, can I see one of the bottles, Rob?
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, like, you know, I bought this because Kayleen was like, "You'll like this," and I was like, "I love any IPAs. New England style IPAs are one of my favorite styles." And I bought the 6-pack. So here it is, right here, Lotus Queen, again made in Iowa. Great story. All the Exile beers.
Absolutely.
And Des Moines. And then Chad on the back, right? Look at what it says on the back. It's kind of like inspiring.
Yeah,
and I don't
absolutely.
know if it's targeted for women. A woman of such power to believe must be seen. Whoever knew a flower could reign as queen. I'm telling you, and you know this obviously because you do it for a living, Rob. But we buy with our eyes for sure.
Absolutely.
But then when these Exile beers taste so good, and maybe it's because it's 6.6% alcohol by volume, so it's not a light beer, but it's not super heavy. Maybe that's why my wife likes it. I don't know.
Could be.
But you're saying that this is not going to be around forever.
No, it will not. So this beer will be...
Darn it.
Basically what Kayleen has in-house is what we have left here.
Sure.
So we'll have another one that will be coming out in a couple months.
Okay.
Or about a month and a half at this point. And yeah, the whole idea of the series is to kind of keep coming up with a new beer, a new style. Typically, they're all the New England styles, which is kind of more of that low bitterness, easy, approachable IPAs.
And it's so good, and there it is right on the Exile Brewing Company Facebook page. So Exile in Des Moines, great beer maker that we're so happy to have in the store. I love the variety that we have. And just sitting here today, Rob, you have, I mean, talk about running the palate gamut. So if you're thinking you don't know about New England style dry, double dry hopped beer,
Sure.
but maybe you like, is it a sour? Because
Yep.
I've told you this,
Yep.
I've tried to dabble in the sours more, and I've had the Cranberry Bohemian, and it's very good.
Yes, absolutely. So I kind of wanted to show that we basically have beers for every palate. So we have Ruthie, which is our flagship, which is, you know, your gold lager, kind of a craft style domestic. It's the #1 Iowa brewed beer in the state.
It was literally the beer, Iowa State Fair last year. It was the beer of the Iowa State Fair. Is
It
that
was,
correct?
yes, correct.
And it's a great beer. I have like a weird number of Ruthie cans in my fridge, like 5, you know. But it's there, and when I can't figure out what to have, I got a Ruthie.
Sure.
I've got a Ruthie in the fridge. I've got a Zoltan in the fridge. I hope to have more Lotus Queen in the fridge. But that's right. I mean, that might be the first beer that somebody tries from Exile. I don't know. I'd point you to what I like. But yeah, I guess if you're going to toe the water,
Yep,
maybe.
absolutely. So, and then we go with the Sir Mocha-Lot, which is our mocha stout.
This is the best. All right, Chad, you got to zoom in on this. Because the name, first of all right, keep talking about this,
Yeah,
Rob.
so this beer won a gold medal for us at the U.S. Beer Open a few years back, and it's kind of my favorite of our seasonal releases.
I like big stouts, and I cannot lie. All you other beers, you'll deny. After you decide to try my mocha stout, you'll have no doubt its flavors are truly flat. This beer is fantastic.
Yes,
I can only
absolutely.
have like 1 or 2 of them.
Sure,
But I like it a lot.
it's a little bit more filling of a beer than, say, the Lotus Queen.
Sure.
Even
Sure.
though the alcohol by volume is actually a little bit less.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And then the Cranberry Bohemian, again,
Yep.
you talk about the different flavors and combinations and being able to say, hey, I've got something that you'll like, even if it's the most picky beer drinker. I mean, that Cranberry Bohemian could be perfect for somebody, right?
Absolutely. So what we found is people that traditionally like wine or like ciders tend to like sours, and especially sours with fruit. So the base beer itself is going to be very tart,
Yeah.
but when you add the fruit to it, kind of the sugars from that balance the beer out a little bit, and it makes it a really enjoyable experience and quite easy to drink.
Yeah, so again, just sitting here are 4 totally different styles of beer.
Absolutely.
Made by the same place, Exile Brewing Company, located in Des Moines, available inside our Wine and Spirits. A Christmas beer I liked a lot.
Yes.
I have to tell you.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be on the Exile payroll. Because, and I'm not exaggerating, like my garage fridge has a lot of Exile beer in it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But
Well,
that
thank you.
Christmas beer, again, limited release.
Yep.
Right? That kind of winter, and I don't know all the gist of it, but it seemed like it was a good winter beer.
Sure,
Right?
absolutely.
Cold night, trying to warm up. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so this was the first year that we did a Christmas beer.
Did not know that.
So
Lucky me.
it is a Doppelbock, which is kind of your traditional winter
Sure.
style beer.
Sure.
Being the first year, we didn't know how well it would be received,
Yeah.
and it was received incredibly well.
Absolutely.
It sold out. I want to say within a month of us
Wow.
releasing it.
So I'm fortunate that when I grabbed it, and I think I have 1 or 2 left in the fridge.
Yeah.
My intent is to like have a couple, maybe it's that 1 or 2, so that in like 3 months from now, I'm like, ooh, it's a Christmas in March or
Yeah.
April or May or July if it lasts that
Yes,
long.
save one for July.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that move I used to do when I would hide Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies in the freezer, and then you find them in the summer, and you're like, who put those? Oh, fat me, you're smart. You put them in there. That's what I'm trying to do with the Christmas beer.
Perfect.
Is hide it on myself. But again, this thing like, you know, Rob's been on the show a couple of times. There's the Christmas beer right there, by the way. So good. You've been on the show a couple of times, and I've told you, like, my personal connection with Exile, I've tried pretty much everything. Zoltan, definitely a favorite, and not alone, by the way, because correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't seem like Zoltan was supposed to stick around as long as it has. Was that the initial plan?
No, it always has been
Okay.
a year-round beer.
Perfect.
Yep. So our original introduction was to keep it going. So
Well, I'm so glad, because that's definitely one of our favorites. But then with this Hop Chronicles and being able to roll something out each quarter, it's so great. And that Lotus Queen, I bought the 6-pack, put it in the fridge, had one maybe a day or two later, and then a couple days after that, I was like, where are all the Lotus Queens? And my wife was like, it's really good. And I was like, that's cool. Did you move them? And she was like, no, I drank them. And I was like, well, son of a biscuit, because it's a limited time beer. We got to get it before it's gone. And that's like, I like that. It annoys me a little bit.
sure,
If I'm
absolutely.
being honest, but I also like that Exile is continuing to roll out different beers
Yep.
for the consumers to enjoy.
So this year, actually,
Okay.
we're doing something different than we've done in the past with the Hop Chronicles.
All right.
So we are bringing back 4 beers that we've done. We're kind of
Okay.
calling it the All-Stars.
All right.
And Lotus Queen just happens to be one that we are bringing back next year. So
That's good to know.
Yeah.
As I want to mention the big game on Sunday. I mean, we've kind of talked about somebody. Let's just do this now. So if somebody's watching and they're going to come to Wine and Spirits and they're like, all right, I'm looking for that think local, drink local, Exile. I mean, I guess it's Ruthie, but and we just have a couple of examples here.
Yeah.
But that's what, like when
there's
people,
a lot more examples over there.
right?
Yeah,
and when you
yeah,
come into like a
absolutely.
Wine and Spirits and you're looking, is there something that you would suggest to somebody like, hey, you're going to watch the big game, why don't you grab a 12-pack of Ruthie, and then is it one of the 3 that are here? Is there something else that's over there from Exile that you'd point them to?
Personally, I'm more of a hophead, so
Sure.
I would kind of lean towards Zoltan. So
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say Ruthie for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
This beer kind of appeals to a wider audience
Mm-hmm.
than necessarily an IPA or something like that. But Zoltan or Dankelope are kind of my fallback.
Yep, Dankelope is very good. You alluded to some of the Hop Chronicles coming back in 2020. We're sitting here last day of the month for January, February. Hopefully we get a spring. Are there any releases coming soon that could you throw us a little teaser?
Yeah,
What's coming?
absolutely.
What can I look for?
So we still have about a month till our next release,
Okay.
but the next one will be our Raspberry Bohemian.
Ooh.
So that one is another beer that we have done in the past. So it's beautiful, easy drinking sour again.
Raspberry Bohemian.
Yes.
Holy moly, you have such a great job. You cover a lot of places, right?
Absolutely.
So, and you get to share this story called Exile. And for me, being able to support the Think Local, Drink Local movement. Hi guys, come on in. You're fine. You're good. Think Local, Drink Local, such a big deal for me. And I'm so happy. I mean, it seems like Exile is just continuing to have success, right? Maybe
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know how far the reach has gotten, but certainly with where you're able to go across eastern Iowa is great.
Pardon me.
go ahead.
We actually we are still only in Iowa, so that's not changing. That being said, we definitely grew this past year and
Sure.
continue to grow. So
It's
things are going well.
And I told you this, I have one of my longest and best friends is in Des Moines, right? He's been there less than a year. Him and his wife, Marty and Maggie, just had a kid, not too far from Exile. Kind of waiting for the kid to get a little bit older so I can
Sure.
have the excuse to go up and hang out and because I want to go to Exile because I see all the pictures and it looks like such a cool place. There is Ruthie. By the way, Ruthie, a real person.
She is.
So
she
Ruthie was a
yeah.
real person that inspired the beer. I tried to do the Ruthie move once and I got a wet shirt. So not real. I mean, lost a little weight in the last month. Not right quite there, but no, it's just such an awesome company that makes good beer, and I'm not getting paid to say that. I like Exile, and that's why I was like, start having Rob on the show. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
the only one, right?
Sure.
I'm not
Yeah.
the only one that
No,
likes this
no,
beer.
no.
It's really good. And then they had the pink Ruthie bottles that supported breast cancer.
Yep.
I bought some of those, so you don't have to sell me anything, you know. Like, Kayleen did sell me on the Lotus Queen because I was on the fence. But that's just it, right? Like, if you ever see somebody from Exile, it's usually Mike, right?
Yep.
Mike's usually doing some sampling for Exile. Stop and try whatever he has.
Absolutely.
Because you'll probably be surprised. And then if you want to do the mix and match, that's
Sure.
another great way. That's how I tried a Sir Mocha lot for the first time.
Yep.
I grabbed a single bottle and a mix and match, and it was fantastic.
Absolutely.
And you never know if you don't try it. So please check that out. And then, all right, so the Raspberry Bohemian. So that means the cranberry
Cranberry
not going to
will-
be around much longer.
No, that will be going away as well. Yeah.
So Rob has good news and he has bad news.
Always, yeah.
That's all right. All right, Exile Brewing Company, made in Iowa by Iowans for Iowa. Again, the official beer of the Iowa State Fair last year. This is not just like the backyard brewer. I mean, this is a full service operation, and I'm so happy to have Exile in the store. And the Dankalo, by the way, these illustrations are the best.
Yes.
They are, I mean, they're great. I have to look and see what's on the Bohemian. Right? Do you know that I'm Bohemian? Do you know that?
I do
I am
not know that.
100% Bohemian.
Yeah.
This is true. That's probably where my height comes from. I'm not exaggerating. Look at the color on this, Chad. Let's zoom in on this. This is beautiful. So my mom's side of the family is Bohemian. And Bohemia doesn't even exist anymore. It was absorbed into Czechoslovakia, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
I believe
right?
so.
But I am like 10 to 15% Bohemian. So I'm a little bohem, right? Got a little bohem in me. I haven't even read the back of this. Let's see. Watch your father carve the beast. See his new electric knife. Come sit down, and we shall feast. Green bean casserole, bring us life. This is the greatest thing ever. This is absolutely fantastic. Look at that guy. Uncle Jeff down there at the stash. Oh my gosh. I mean, like I said, I'm not really like personally a big sour person, but I feel like as a bohem, I should drink it.
You should. Yes. You have to.
I have to.
Yeah,
It's not
that's-
even an option
No,
anymore.
not anymore. Now
Thank
that I
you.
know that. Yeah.
Well, I could, like I said, I mean, I might as well be an official spokesperson for this company because I can't get enough of it, and it's good product, right? I mean, that's just it. The proof is in how good it is, and if you're having a get together on the big game, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Exile right down the hall at Wine and Spirits, and I hope that you'll check it out. Thanks for being
Absolutely.
here, buddy. It's great to
Thank
see
you very much.
I have to. Like, I know you're going to put this back over there.
I am.
And then I'll probably call Kayleen and just say,
Should I just have her set it aside for you?
well, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
if you're saying what she has left is it.
That's it.
Yeah, the Lotus Queen is good. It's all good from Exile. And I'm not even like a beer expert. I just know what I like, and I talk about what I like.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's life, right? You share what you enjoy, and I enjoy Exile. And I appreciate you being here.
Well, thank you very much. I always have fun hanging out here.
Yeah,
So.
and if we ever need to get one of those tappers behind us with some Exile on it, I mean, we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could absolutely do that.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. We're going to go to the cart cam. Perfect. The Toyota Muscatine cart cam. And we're going to have one more guest this morning, which is exciting. So I love talking about, beer and Exile Brewing Company made in Iowa. It's so good. All right, so here goes the Toyota Muscatine cart cam. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Heading towards, where are we going? We're going towards the meat department because we're going to talk to Mike Church, Hy-Vee meat manager, in just a minute. So Toyota Muscatine cart cam, there's Rose. By the way, Chris, good call. Rose at the sandwich shop. She's got Mission tortillas that are low carbs. So I had a wrap yesterday, a low carb wrap. It was fantastic. So this is just great. All right, Chris, this is perfect. Mike Church sitting down, Hy-Vee meat manager. Chad, if you want to open his mic up, we're going to start talking to Mike with the cart cam. So Chris, keep going straight. I know Chris can hear me, so I'm going to direct him. Go a little towards the right. There you go. Now go straight. You see that two-wheeler? There's a two-wheeler right in front of you. Keep heading that way to that orange two-wheeler. Right around the, oh my gosh, I feel like we're going to crash into the wine. So let's go around. There we go. Let's go around the wine. And then just to the right, there you go. Perfect. So right to the right of that two-wheeler are a whole bunch of different appetizers. So there's shrimp right there, and then right to the right of that two-wheeler I guess it'd be to the left of the two-wheeler. My directions are backwards. So yeah, there you go. A whole bunch of appetizers just in time for the big game. There's like bags of chicken in there. Mike Church, what do you recommend folks do? I mean, I wouldn't wait until Sunday morning, certainly, right?
Well, here's the deal. The big packs that I have on this end that the camera's showing right there, that basically, once those are gone, those are gone. I've got bone-in chicken wings, boneless chicken wings, popcorn chicken on that one, and what else? I've got some chicken patties on that end. Then if they swing over to the other side, at the end of that bunker, I've got some onion rings, cheddar bites, stuffed mushrooms, stuffed jalapenos, mozzarella sticks, cauliflower, and potato bites.
All right, Chris,
the number
so
one
right
seller
there.
of the two are the onion rings, and they're absolutely fantastic. They really, really are. I mean, I'm going to give a little plug to Cherry Top. They're Cherry Top quality.
And they're so good.
Just an FYI, if Cherry Top wants to give a little kickback my way.
Yeah, that's fine. The church family would take it. So, Chris, if you go back to your right, keep going towards your right, and then it'll be...
The onion rings and the cheddar bites are the two best sellers, but they're all really, really good. They're quick and easy. I wouldn't say they're. I was giving you crap about it yesterday. I wouldn't say they're necessarily keto friendly, but man, they're awesome. I mean, so what? It's a big game, or so you got to splurge one day, right?
Absolutely. So, Chris, do this. Go straight, and then
take a left.
Right where that ketchup is on the display. That's where all those onion rings are. So you're going to hook a hard left
now.
Yep, hard left now.
No.
Back up.
Yep,
there you go. And then right behind you, in that display, that's where the onion rings and those cheese curds and the fried cauliflower is. So if you go more to your left, it's right there. So that's the kind of thing you could put in an air fryer.
You could. You know what? I've never heard. I've talked to several folks. I do like to cook a lot.
Yeah.
I have not purchased an air fryer yet.
Okay.
I would like to try one. But you could certainly cook.
Sure.
I was talking to somebody about an air fryer the other day. They did say they could. I was really surprised how they said that when they cook something like this in it, you would think it'd be kind of like cooking in a microwave, that it would be soggy. But she said no, that it actually does taste like you were cooking it in a fry daddy. So
super crispy.
So
yeah,
that
Chris,
could go
literally
a little bit without have to obviously cook it in oil. So
well, and that's just it, right? I mean, I don't have an air fryer. I have a couple friends that do. They love it, and they're doing everything in it.
Right.
Chicken wings, whatever the case may
I
be.
like to cook in a fry daddy. I mean, it is awesome, but I mean, I mean, you know what you have to cook it in. So.
Yeah.
And it is kind of messy and stuff, but all these items are quick and easy. You can easily, air fryer. You could cook them in the oven. You could cook them in a fry daddy. You could cook them in a fryer.
Yep.
But pretty versatile. So, but it is something a little bit different. The meatballs, I do have some meatballs in there. So
those are keto friendly, by the way.
we do got
delicious.
you covered there. I do have also keto friendly. I do have a wide variety of chicken wings.
Excellent.
I've got a bear chicken wing. I have a Hy-Vee True chicken wing.
Perfect.
And I got a smart chicken wing, and the thing about it is they're the wing drummies. They're the combination of the blade and the little drummy.
Yep.
You don't have that one part that you don't eat on the chicken wing, the whole one. So
this
there's
is
no
just
waste.
Drummy, baby.
So I do have another bunker of those. I don't know if we can. He's struggled with trying to find these. I don't know if I want to send him on another juice hunt or witch hunt, but.
So from chicken wings to the appetizers. By the way, the cauliflower. I mean, you have to have it or what? What's the deal? I'm just not a big.
It is actually a pretty good seller.
Is it?
Yeah, I would say it's probably top 2 or 3.
Ugh.
But I know, I'm with you.
I just don't get it. I mean, it's a fried vegetable.
I'm with you.
Like, what
You
you
would
can get
think-
cheese.
Like I said, those really do sell. Maybe it's because of the price. They're a little bit less expensive.
No, it's
but
an awesome deal.
They're only $4.99 a bag.
So big game Sunday, appetizers, chicken wings. What else? And I feel like I have friends that are going to do different kinds of chili. But then at the same time, like if you're sitting at home and you want to do a steak, grab some steak.
Well,
right?
actually, we got a really, really good deal on New York strips.
Okay.
And it looks like we were just talking the other day or this morning that the weather's going to be in the high 40s.
Yeah.
So I would imagine you're going to have some people throw some stuff on the grill, some brats or burgers.
Absolutely.
I've got you covered for brisket. We have whole brisket in the back for sale. We got pork belly.
Yes.
We've got pork butts. We got back ribs. I mean, anything you're looking for, we can take care of you. So
I was going to say, I still have some propane in my grill. and I should totally crank it up on Sunday.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be fair. We're going to be above freezing this weekend, so it should be good.
48 degrees.
Yep.
My wife bought and then did like a roast in the crock pot the other day.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Good.
It was absolutely fantastic. I don't know if we'd ever done that before. What cut is that you would have got? It was in one of the black containers.
Was it a chuck roast, probably?
I think it was a chuck roast, yeah. It was so good, though.
Good.
And it's one of those things, I mean, again, in the winter, if you're going to fire up the grill, that's cool. I'm here to tell you, and I told Mike this, those thick-cut pork chops baked in the oven with that
America's
Fat Boy.
cut? Yeah.
Yeah, that seasoning on it. Oh, my gosh. They looked like they were grilled. And I normally wouldn't like a baked pork chop.
Right.
But it was
I'll have to
perfect.
try that. I'm intrigued by that. You were telling me about that, and I was like, you know what? I've never tried I've done shake and bake before.
Sure.
But I've never just put like a rub on it and baked them in the oven.
It
But
was
I would like
really
to
good.
try those.
Do you have a go-to personally big game? Is it an appetizer? Is it an entree?
My wife is freaking out because we're invited to a party, and she gets all worked up because she can't figure out what she wants to do. I mean, we've got the Reuben dip. She's got a pepperoni dip. She doesn't want to do that. I said,
Sure.
how about? So she's going to do the Reuben dip, and I
Yeah.
think I'm going to cook a slab of ribs and then cut them into cut down between each rib and serve
Perfect.
them like that. So. But yeah, my wife gets all worked up about stuff like that.
That's great, but I mean that's the thing, right? If you're going somewhere to watch the game, or if you're hosting, I like the idea of buying some of those chicken drumettes,
Yeah.
and baking them, or if you have that air fryer,
What
frying
is
them
it?
up,
They
right?
say the Super Bowl is the largest food consumption day. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. By
So
capita,
it is big,
for sure.
and I know
It's a big deal.
for business for us for Super Bowl weekend is absolutely huge. I mean,
Sure.
it's like it's in its own holiday itself.
It really is, and that's what's exciting, I think, especially when you can have a team from the Midwest with the Kansas City
is
Chiefs. Hy-Vee sponsors them.
It would have been nice, and I mean, I'm not a Packer fan, but to have Green Bay and the Chiefs, that would have been huge for Hy-Vee as a company.
But we don't sponsor the Packers, Mike. What are you
I know,
doing?
but
What are
I
you
mean,
doing
I'm
to
just
me?
saying they're Midwest.
It would have been nice if it was the Bears.
There's a lot of Packer fans, or the Bears.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are a lot of Packer fans in the Midwest,
Man, on my own show.
and I'm not a Packer fan.
So are you? Who do you got Sunday? Who are you putting the big money on? Now that gambling's legal, who are you gambling?
You know
on?
what?
do
I
got?
really don't know. I would have to say you're gonna have to. I like Mahomes as the quarterback. I think
He's really
But
good.
then again, the Chiefs' defense is suspect. So I don't really know. I don't really.
San Francisco's
this year. I mean, the
fast.
Patriots aren't in it, so I'm not rooting against anybody. I think it's like they're just listening to a lot of the guys talk about the Super Bowl. Oh, can I say that?
I don't know.
Oh gosh,
You did though. Hy-Vee's a sponsor of the Chiefs. I feel like
But
we
anyway,
could say Super Game Bowl.
there's no villain this year. There's
That's a
nobody
great
like. I think
Yeah.
both of these teams. There really isn't anybody that you dislike or you
Yeah.
don't want to root for.
Sure.
Obviously, unless you're a 49ers or Chiefs fan, but I mean they're both likable teams. I mean, I wouldn't say the Chiefs haven't won it forever. I would probably say I wouldn't mind seeing them win it. But then again, I'd like to see Kittle for the ex-Hawkeye.
How about that?
You'd like to see him win. But there's also two guys that play for the Chiefs that are from Iowa, so that
It's nice to have Iowa represented at the biggest game.
it is.
Right?
I mean, we got two guys on defense, and
and George Kittle,
George Kittle.
probably the best tight end in the NFL.
well, I don't know. Kelsey's pretty good too. I would have to say it's going to be interesting to see because you got probably two of the best tight ends in the NFL. We'll see who's going to come out on top.
Not connected to football at all, but I know you follow Iowa Hawkeye basketball. I was excited to learn a couple of weeks ago. Brett Olson was here, Hawkeye basketball camp, returning to Muscatine at
That's
the
great
Y.
news. That is absolutely great
Joe
news.
Wieskamp in his sophomore season. Hawkeye basketball surprising some teams, which is nice. And hopefully a little run at a Big Ten tourney and then go dancing in March, right? That's what we want to see.
You know what?
happen.
That was a tough game last night for those guys. I
Sure.
mean, to win on the road in the Big Ten is tough. But I mean, you know what? They battled, and it is just a dogfight every night. I mean, every night that those guys throw the hoop up or throw the ball up, and they're going to have their hands full Sunday. It sounds like it's going to be a sellout. I mean, that's going to be awesome. Unfortunately, I got to work that day. But man, I think that'll be a great game, and hopefully the Hawks come out on top. But yeah, it's been a great year. I mean, obviously I've been a Hawkeye fan my whole life, obviously, but man, it is extra special following it. You're just pulling for those guys. They're playing their guts out every night, and that's what's great about it. I mean, yeah, it's tough to lose. I mean, you don't
Sure.
want to lose, but man, you just rooting for those guys every night.
Well, it's hard to not like Luca Garza and Joe Wieskamp.
What are you guys doing?
Hi, Matt Schweitzer, Hy-Vee store director. Yes, my friend Megan Kaufman-Randall, Booster Club president, bought 2 full, I guess, cookie cakes of those.
So I wanted to let everybody know that back in the bakery, the Niners are winning right now.
What?
As far as slices of cookie.
So you're here to say that there have been more Niner slices sold than Chiefs?
That's what I'm saying. That's what it looks like.
Now you're handling this one, so are you buying this one or
This
what's?
one's sold.
Okay, I was gonna say, I like the Mahomes cakes and cookies that we have. So are you? We were just talking about the big game with Mike. Are you picking the Chiefs then?
Absolutely. Go Chiefs.
I love it.
I gotta go. I have a meeting.
Okay, yeah, it seems like you got a big meeting with a cookie cake. Those look so good though. I was gonna ask you, talking about Joe Wieskamp and following his story, do you think Joe goes to the NBA next year? Or do you not want to speculate?
You know what? I'm gonna have 2 things to say about it. Is one, you know what? It's tough no matter who you are to get to the NBA.
100%.
I mean, you know
true.
what?
Yep.
I mean, the one thing that I know that Joe will do, he'll work at it either way. But then 2, God, we could be really special next year.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna say that, just as a spoiled Hawkeye fan. But you know what? If anybody has a chance to go for their dream, man, you got to do it.
You're right, though. That junior season would be really exciting in Iowa City, and it's a good time for the Hawkeyes and that program to be at a good place. And and look at these pictures, right? I mean, they're having fun, that's for sure. And you can just tell it's a good group, and the Muscatine connection is a big darn deal. All right, I'll get you out of here. This is it, right? Big game is Sunday, so regardless of who you're cheering for, if you need anything to snack on, entree, you're making something, get it from Mike and his crew in the meat department. If you need something cut or whatever, I mean, there's nothing that you guys won't do.
That's right.
You've even got those plant-based
Oh,
options.
that's right. That's right.
The Beyond Meat stuff.
We
That's
do.
pretty
We
cool.
do have a wide variety of those.
So check it out. All right, Mike Church, going back to the meat department. Come in and see this guy. They're ready to go. The big game is on Sunday, everybody. Holy macaroni. There's Sherry Siwasink right out there walking past the window. All right. So, hey, National Hot Chocolate Day is today, last day of the month. Would you prefer some hot chocolate mix? Maybe you have the like a Keurig maker. You got a Keurig maker at your house. Sugar-free hot chocolate. That's fantastic. That's nice. Sugar-free hot chocolate. Regular hot chocolate. The thing about hot chocolate, I feel like you got to have, of course, marshmallows and then whipped cream, right? Whipped cream in the hot chocolate should be a staple anywhere you go. I should have showed Matt his drawing. I had it under my sheet. Last night, 625 people showed up to this event right here, the 5th annual Happy Chinese New Year concert. That was awesome. 625 people in attendance. What a great experience. And shout out to Dan Stein and the entire Muscatine China Initiative Committee. They did great. Is this from last night? Super cool. Wow, look at that. So this is last night in Muscatine. I can pick a side. I'm going Chiefs. Chiefs, baby. Chiefs. And wings. And Chiefs. And wings. And cheese curds. And Chiefs. Chiefs, cheese curds. Yes. I could try and predict the score of the game if you want. I don't know how close I'd get. I just want it to be a good game, that's all. And the commercials will be good, right? Let's see. I'm just looking at my notes here. Yeah, we've got our little sad... Oh, come on, guys. Listen. If you wait until Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2 weeks from today is Valentine's Day. If you wait until Valentine's Day to get something for your significant other until 5 o'clock, when you come into Hy-Vee, all I'm going to have for you is Sammy the Sad Balloon Jr. tied to a little baby candy bar. So what you should do is order, like I'm going to do today. Hopefully my wife's not watching. I'm going to go to Hy-Vee Floral, and I'm going to place an order today because it's before February 1st, which is tomorrow. So I'll spend $30, and then I'll have free in-town delivery in Muscatine, saving you $7, right? Never done free delivery before, especially on Valentine's Day. It's almost unheard of. If you order today or tomorrow, $30 minimum, free in-town delivery, Hy-Vee Floral. That is a fantastic deal for you. Do we have more pictures from the Happy Chinese New Year concert last night? I definitely am interested. I watched a little bit of the live stream, which was cool, with Discover Muscatine streaming some video. We were at the house. My family was watching the Lion King movie, which the live action one that's animated. I don't know, like digital. What do you say? It's not really live action. There's Dan Stein on stage. That was cool. It was really cool, and it was what a great crowd, right? And an unbelievable experience that we hope gets to come back for Muscatine for the 6th year next year. So if you made it, you were not alone. 625 people in the MHS auditorium. Doesn't seem like anybody got the coronavirus, so the geniuses on Facebook were wrong. Can you believe that? People were wrong on social media. I know. What a concept. And some dragons. Look at that. That is super cool. They gave a dragon to Muscatine. Wow, that's cool. They gave a dragon, so they gifted a dragon to the city of Muscatine. Wow. So we have a dragon now? That's cool. We have a dragon. City of Muscatine has a dragon. Can you believe it? So could we like have the dragon here? Where are they gonna save it at? Where's it gonna live? Where's the dragon gonna reside? That is really cool. There's the video right there. Check it out. Chinese dragon gifted to Muscatine. Love it. All right, that is super cool. I can't believe they gifted us a dragon. That is absolutely fantastic. I ain't never got no dragon. Man, sometimes I don't get a lot of sleep and I'm dragging, but I ain't never get no dragon. In my life, I ain't never seen no dragon before. That's real cool. All right, thanks to our guests for stopping by today. Megan Francis with Sunnybrook and also the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Thanks to Rob Krish with Exile Brewing Company and Mike Church with the Hy-Vee Meat Department. I have a lot to mention as we wrap. Yeah, we definitely have a job board. Let's do that. So Team Staffing, 109 Lake Park Boulevard here in the Pearl City with a job board. If you're looking for a new opportunity or know someone that is, here you go. You can reach out if you're interested in a machine operator position, first shift, $14 an hour, 563-316-7634, or careers@teamssi.com. How about, what do we got? Forklift, $14.77 an hour, up to 70 hours a week. Good night. 70 hours a week. That's a lot of hours. 563-316-7635, or careers@teamssi.com. And last but not least is production labor, $11.55 an hour. Call Yoli. I saw Yoli here at the store the other day getting Starbucks. Yoli, 563-316-7642. Or again, stop by and see him in person, 109 Lake Park Boulevard here in the Pearl City. 2-day sale started today, goes till tomorrow. On the back page of that Discover Muscatine newspaper, the deals that are at the top are good Friday, Saturday, and then at the bottom, some wine and spirits offerings that are good through this Super Sunday. I want to tell you about a couple of these things that are on the back of the, there's Sherry walking right there. Just right in my line of sight. I try not to be distracted, but it's hard when it's Sherry walking by. So these deals in this 2-day ad, right? So specifically the Deluso Rare Roast Beef. $4.99 a pound is a savings of $7 a pound. But get this. With every pound of Deluso meat you buy, you get a half pound of Deluso cheese for free. So you do the math on that. Get a pound of Deluso Rare Roast, fill in the blank, beef, and then you get a half a pound of your choice of Deluso cheese for free. So that's perfect. Low carb friendly, whatever, just good. Deluso is the best lunch meat ever. And then I'll tell you what I'll also be getting is some of those Prairie Farms chip dip. I love a French onion dip, whether it's a vegetable getting dipped in there, or a pork rind or a chip or whatever. French onion dip's my fave for sure. $1.88 is a great price. If you feel like crying, there's yellow onions. I'm sure they're used in other things, but if you cut an onion, you want to cry, you got to get a good cry. Red Baron pizza in the mix, some pork chops. Those are the same chops that I baked in the oven, little Fat Boy seasoning, 400 degrees, 25 minutes. Flip them once, set it and forget it, okay. And then Mike was talking about those bulk chicken wing drumette. Those are just the good wings, right? Just a little drummy. Ain't got to worry about that weird wing where you got to kind of like pull, you know what I mean? That's like the drummy. That is Tony proof. Fuel saver on that, and on the bottom, some wine and spirits deals that are good through Sunday, from Crown Royal to Captain Morgan to Fireball, Bailey's, Irish Cream, PBR. Jose Cuervo, Bacardi, Black Velvet, if you please, Busch Latte in there. And then that coupon, good through February 4th. Again, why wouldn't you use this? Why, it's a free 15 cent off per gallon. You don't have to do anything except you could screenshot that right now and go show it on your phone. Right there, screenshot it. Go ahead, we'll wait. All right, hopefully by now you screenshot it. Somebody probably took a Polaroid. I got my Polaroid. I'm going to go use it. I don't care. Go ahead. Nobody else can do it, right? Go use that. Whatever you have on your fuel saver, go get after it. And that's good through next Tuesday, so that's awesome. We've got 2 fully dressed stormtroopers tomorrow here in the store, 10 till noon, with a little Star Wars Out of This Galaxy party if you have kids or if you just like Star Wars. Whatever the case may be, come on out, won't you? 10 till noon. You can make a reservation if you like, 563-264-2219. Or you can just stop by and say hi. No purchase necessary. Wes the Balloon Guy also here making his cool balloons and hanging out. That's Saturday, February 1st, tomorrow from 10 till noon. I mentioned the awesome performance last night, which is super cool. Glad that happened in Muscatine. I don't want to mention the food court. No, what? Yeah, let's do the food court deals. I'm just looking at my list. And then I got to mention the big game in the Market Grill Express for sure. So, again, it's the end of the month. Last day of the month, as a matter of fact. So these deals that you'll see in a second, this is the last day. And then we're going to tweak them just a scotch, like a little bit of an adjustment for February. So this is it, right? So for Friday, here we go. Full rack of ribs, $9.99, dine-in, carry-out. Sign me up. You know what I don't have time for is making ribs. Nope. Got a smoker at the store. Let Boney and the kitchen crew do it for me. Sounds like a good deal. Also, dollar slices of pizza, 50-cent drafts tonight, and $14.99 Chinese dinner for 4. That's an awesome deal. Listen, if you are looking for a place to watch the biggest game of the year, this Super Sunday with Kansas City taking on San Francisco, and you don't want to have to do any cooking or cleaning or whatever, or if you just like the idea of a beer for 50 cents, I'm telling you right now, you could have my favorite contrary beer is on tap right behind me at the bar, Cure for Pessimism IPA, 50 cents. It is not 50 cents anywhere else, but during the big game, all of those beers, Busch Light, Blue Moon, Cure for Pessimism IPA. You've got, what is that, Mick Ultra? Is that next to, that's what's next to it? Yeah, Mick Ultra, so low calorie, low carb. I don't think the Goose Island one's included because we're almost, listen, I don't know. Just ask. We're trying to get rid of it. Next to the Goose Island is a Stella, is it Stella, right? Is that Stella Artois? Yeah, Stella Artois. And then another contrary, Pollinator, Honey Wheat. And then it looks like a Big Grove. Is that the Easy Eddie? Yes, of course, another Iowa beer. So on tap right there, you've got what? 3 Iowa beers. So that's cool. And I'd love to get Exile on tap, let the record state. So if you're going to watch the game, here you go in the Market Grill Express where we're sitting right now. Super Sunday deals, 50-cent drafts, $2 wells, $9.99 for an appetizer buffet. Food available 4 till 9. Certainly the game probably going on after that, we understand. But as far as the food, we'll have it available until 9 o'clock here at the store. All right. I feel like I've said everything I need to say, I think. Yeah. National Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. Look at that. Local artist Chris Anderson doing a nice drawing caricature of Hy-Vee store director Matt Schweitzer. Isn't that cool? I mean, that's pretty awesome. With pencil. On top of that, it's like pencil. I don't even know. I mean, it's kind of weird because he's staring right at me. And now he's on your screen, and I have a 55-inch screen that hello. Giggle. Matt's going to have that printed on every receipt. That's what we should do. Every receipt just has his mug on it. Is that not the best idea we've ever had? Maybe we should do that. That's not a bad idea, right? That is awesome. All right. Thank you for watching. Thanks to our guests for being here. Certainly appreciate all of the guests for joining us. And I look forward to seeing y'all this weekend at some point, right? It is a big weekend. The weather is going to cooperate. That's for sure. It was 33 below zero today last year, and it's not, right? 48 possibly on Sunday, like Mike Church was saying. You want to fire up the grill. I definitely want to fire up the grill. Any excuse to do that. And then whether you watch sports or not, probably going to tune in to the big game. Maybe it's for the commercials. Maybe it's for the halftime. Although the halftime, what is it, J-Lo and Shakira? Is that right? I think it's J-Lo and Shakira. Super Bowl 54, big game 54, is in Miami. So the weather will be better in Miami, but we can't really complain if it'll be 48 degrees here in the great state of Iowa. All right, thanks to all our guests this week. It's been fun. Next week, there is no show Tuesday because I have to go to something in Moline, but we'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And as always, if you need anything from me, you can email Hy-Vee@gmail.com. You can call the store. You can make that phone ring behind my shoulder at the bar. That's 563-264-2219. And I thank y'all for watching. Today and tomorrow, last chance, pre-order Valentine's Day. Don't be the guy that shows up 2 weeks from today, Friday, February 14th on Valentine's Day and says, "You got anything?" No, I ain't got nothing because you waited too long. Here's what I got. I got a sad balloon with a candy bar tied to it, right? That's what I got left for you. So don't do that. Oh, and real quick, I just want to mention. So yesterday, I hadn't been to the Chiro in a while. I went to see my buddy, Dr. Jeff Hansen Chiropractic, shameless plug. And I hadn't been adjusted probably 5 months. Too long. I love the Chiro. Jeff's great. He adjusted something in my elbow, and it moved, and it was wild. I don't know what happened. They're like something moved, and it feels fantastic. So, and when he did the thing, you know, on your back, it sounded like if you've ever ran over like a metal garbage can, that's what my back sounded like. And I think I had a rib out, and he put that rib back in, and now I just want ribs. So my advice is go to the Chiro, and if you go to Jeff, that'd be a good choice because that's my guy. I think 6 or 7 years I've been going there now, right? So it felt fantastic. You ever just get adjusted, and you're like, oh, everything is okay. That's how I felt. And then I went home, and chaos ensues. All right, hey, listen, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. And get ready for Kansas City and San Francisco on Sunday. Go Chiefs is what I'm saying. And thank you all. Take care. Bye.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.